We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Part 2, Chapter 27. We had completed till verse 7. Now, this is a chapter called The Process of Deity Worship, and Krishna is telling Uddhava how to do the worship of a deity. What was discussed was, how do you see God? And how are you able to understand Him when He is an unmanifest? God is actually an unmanifest divinity. Now, when a God is an unmanifest divinity, how do you pray to this divinity which is unmanifest, which is not seen, which cannot be heard? So, what do you do in such circumstances? So, yesterday we went through a verse which says that there are three ways of looking at it. One is Vedic method. That is basically the traditional method of religious worship which is done literally everywhere in the world, going to temple, church, those kind of things. Or doing some kind of a sacrifices at home, doing some prayers, a group activity, a community activity, so on and so forth, related to devotion. The second one was called Tantric. Tantric is a singular method which was designed for the current yuga, which is called the Kali Yuga. And it involves a lot of the good stuff as well as something which you may not be palatable, which may not be palatable to normal human beings. So that kind of stuff also, which is called the left-handed path. Then there is a mixed path. Mixed path could be the middle path. You could take some from here and mix it together and create a different kind of a path. So this was explained till yesterday in the chapter called The Process of Deity Worship from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Part 2, Chapter 27, The Process of Deity Worship. This is a story which is told by Sri Krishna to Uddhava on deity worship, on how to worship Krishna himself. So, Krishna is explaining after the questions were raised by Uddhava. So, Uddhava asked him, how do I worship you? So let us see. The verse 8 says, now please listen faithfully as I explain exactly how a person who has achieved twice-born status through the relevant Vedic prescriptions should worship me with devotion. Now in this case, Krishna is explaining how an individual in this world, after he has achieved twice born status. Now twice born means born as a Brahmin, born as a person of a higher caliber, or maybe meeting the Guru. So after you have met your Guru, what are the processes that need to be followed so that you can then pray to the Lord? So you have to be twice born. Now we have discussed about being twice born earlier also. What was the discussion? When you are twice born, naturally when you meet your Guru, he initiates you into his own fold. Then he teaches you the various methodologies involved in worship. That means he has got a regime, a particular kind of thing that needs to be done. Now once he gives you the answer, what are the things that need to be done? And Krishna is going to explain this thing in detail, by the way. So let us see how he does. So before we proceed any further, just to give you an understanding that your Guru definitely puts you on a path. And this path is an essential path for you to actually follow. So what is the path? You know, the thing starts from getting up early in the morning, so on and so forth. So now let us try to understand the path. So if you have achieved the status of twice born, through the Vedic prescriptions, one should worship me with devotion. Devotion means single pointed devotion. That means what? Let us say if you are given a certain rules and regulations to follow. You cannot say that, I am going to do this in isolation. I am going to do this in the way I want myself to do. See, understand one thing. If you are training under a master, the master grants you a certain, knowledge along the way. What does he do? He tells you, follow this process. Now, those who have gone for classes, which are, let us say, the judo classes or the karate classes or those kind of classes, what is the first thing that your master tells you over there? He will tell you exactly what kind of clothes to wear, how to come dressed, what is the kind of fitting that you need to have. Isn't that the technique which he tells you? He says, wear certain kind of clothes, do things in a certain way, behave in a particular manner. So there is a process given. And the process says, follow this particular path. So the master designs a path for you. So getting up in the morning to following a particular thing, so on and so forth. Now we will see how this follows. A twice born person should worship me, his worshipable Lord, without duplicity, offering appropriate paraphernalia in loving devotion to my deity form or to a form of me appearing on the ground, in fire, in the sun, in water, or within the worshipper's own heart. Too many, ticks over here that you need to do. So let us see what he's saying over here. So we start from the twice born. The twice born is a person who has met his guru, has understood that there are certain rules to be followed. So what does he do? First and foremost, he is supposed to create an identity of this God. So like we say, if I have to create the form of Krishna, how do you want the form of Krishna to be? Now let us say, can I have a Jesus or a Buddha without their traditional form? Now imagine Buddha with a long flowing beard, with a long hair, and he is dressed like a normal human being who is going out wherever he wants to. No, you cannot have a Buddha of that kind, isn't it? Your Buddha is going to be, having his long ears and the way his face is, so on and so forth, serene and all that. You want that kind of a Buddha. What kind of a Jesus do you want? Do you want a Jesus who is clean shaven and who has got a mohawk and something like that? I mean, just imagine Jesus with a mohawk over here and says, yo dude, how are you? I mean, just imagine. And he does. You can't have a Jesus like that. So your Jesus has to be a particular kind. So what is the kind of Jesus that you are praying to? You are praying to a Jesus who has got a very nice beard. And he looks very serene. He's got a good mane and he behaves in a particular way and he's got his hands in a particular manner. So are we praying to Jesus or Buddha or any other deity that you wish to of a particular kind only? Naturally. So what do you think, Krishna should be like? Imagine a Krishna with a long flowing beard. Okay, wearing orange color clothes. Okay, and having a kind of hairdo and stuff like that. You don't have a Krishna like that anywhere in the world. You have a Krishna which appeals to you. So let us say you go to the market to buy a small image of Krishna. What kind of image are you going to buy? A small murti, or maybe an idol, or maybe a small picture. So what kind of a picture do you want of your deity? So you want him drawn in a modern art style with one eye over here, one eye like this. I mean, can just imagine somebody like M.F. Hussain drawing Krishna in a very funny manner. I mean, do you really think Krishna can be like that? No. You need a Krishna which is appealing to your innermost being. So I hope you understood what he means by that. So you visit a temple where you see a very, very beautiful image of the God that you wish to see. You cannot have a Jesus Christ with a cross in some other corner and Jesus Christ is just standing over there. Yo, please come to me. You can't do that kind of a thing. He is God. He is God's son. You need him to be on the cross. Today is today is an Easter Sunday. It's a very, very important day. Also an All Fools Day, by the way. So it's an Easter Sunday when Jesus Christ rose from the dead. A very important day. Now imagine, Jesus Christ is rising from the dead and he is walking up towards Mary. And Mary looks at this man who is coming and says, "Oh, he looks familiar to me." And Jesus goes near her, "Don't you recognize me? I am Jesus." She looks at him again and says, "Oh, I don't recognize you. Who are you?" You see, the Jesus that we put behind that particular rock is not the same one that is walking towards me. This is another Jesus. Who is this person? So she has her doubts. So then Jesus tells her, "Go and tell all my apostles, all my disciples over there to gather at a particular place." So he gathers them. Now everybody looks at this figure which is walking inwards. None recognize him. Nobody recognizes him. So he says, "I am Jesus." When everybody looks at him, and there is somebody in that entire group who says, "Is that you? I mean, I don't believe my eyes, you are Jesus. I want to have proof of the pudding. So, can I touch you?" So Jesus says, "Please do that." And there is this one person in the group. He says, "You see, that soldier poked you in the ribs, over here, in your side. Can I put my fingers over there?" And Jesus says, "Please do that." So, this person puts his fingers over there to test Jesus Christ. His name is Thomas. He became Saint Thomas. And this is a person who raised doubts on Jesus. So, we have the term doubting Thomas. You understand? The term doubting Thomas came because of Saint Thomas. Because he was doubting Jesus Christ. And when he was convinced, "Oh, this is Jesus," then they all came back to their senses. Now, you want to see Jesus in a particular format. If he doesn't appear in that format, you're going to have problem. In the same way, Krishna is saying the same thing. What does he say? You need to see me in a particular way. So what is the way? You need something that appeals to you. In which form? Offering appropriate paraphernalia in loving devotion to my deity form, or to the form of me appearing upon the ground, in fire, in the sun, in water, or within the worshipper's own heart. So you want to see a form which can appear in any of these places, whether on earth, in fire, in sun, or whichever place. One should first purify his body by cleansing his teeth and bathing. Then one should perform a second cleansing by smearing the body with earth and chanting both Vedic and Tantric mantras. So now starts the real process. First, you should know that there is a deity that you are going to worship in a particular manner. Number one. Number two, get up early in the morning, take a bath, brush your teeth, take your bath. Since I start my satsangs at early in the morning, I have a lot of people who may say, "I don't want to take a bath just now. This is very cold. Okay, I have a problem. Can I take my bath later on?" Some people will say, "Oh, I put oil in my head, That is the reason why I can't take a bath." If you want to put oil in your head, why don't you get up in 3 o'clock in the morning and then put oil in your head and then take a bath and be ready for satsang? I mean, if you had to go for a movie, you will go in time. But for a satsang which is there only for that 55 minutes of yours, you can't be ready taking a bath, brushing your teeth properly. So this is prescribed by Krishna. Please understand, your Guru also teaches you the same thing. You have to be fresh. You have to be clean. You have to purify your body. Your body has to be pure. You cannot have your yesterday's crap in your body. Understand? Think about it. So, cleaning your teeth and bathing. And then what is the second cleaning happening? This is the first cleaning. Second cleaning is when you put bhasma. You know bhasma? Bhasma means the ash, holy ash as we call it. So they put the holy ash all over the body. Why? Because it's called a purificatory rite. It's a way of purifying yourself. If you don't have the bhasma, at least use a little Ganga water so that you can, cleanse yourself. This is just a cleaning technique. You may ask me, why do I need these cleaning techniques? You need the cleaning technique for a specific reason. You see, when you go for bottled drinks, bottled drinks, or let us say you are going to a restaurant. And if you are given a glass which was used yesterday, will you like it? No. Okay, one more thing. Now let us say you are going to a fast food restaurant, fast food chain. Okay? The previous customer cancels his order. There was a customer over there who cancels his order. So that person removes the burger and everything from that, that box which is there and puts it at the side. Then he asks your order. Okay, you want this. Okay, then what he does is he picks up another burger and puts it in the same box and gives it to you. Do you like it? The previous box, he might have put a non-vegetarian burger. And this box, he is going to give you a veg burger. Do you really believe you will like what is being given to you? So please understand, you cannot be telling me that, yesterday I had a bath at 10 o'clock in the night, so today in the morning, how can I have my bath at 6 o'clock in the morning? You understand what I am saying? The body, even that burger container, was used just for a second. Doesn't mean that it has not become contaminated. It has become. So you need to be fresh and clean and pure for getting into this activity. Do you understand this? I hope you understood, because don't make concessions to yourself. If you make a concession to yourself, even the little one, then the next time when you go to most of these restaurants, why not eat in a plate which is already been served for somebody else? Or maybe you have been served. Just imagine, you are asking for idli, idli the first time. Alright? Now in a plate, you have taken an idli and a vada. You have finished it. And then you say, I want a masala dosa. And the waiter comes with a masala dosa in hand like this and puts it in your dirty plate. Wow! I mean, just imagine that. First plate is not yet cleaned, it's not removed from there, and he comes and dumps your masala dosa in that. You are not going to like it, because the remnants from the last meal are still there. It is like a soup bowl. You go to a restaurant and there is a soup bowl. And in the soup bowl, you just finished your, soup. After that, you say, I want, say, fried rice. And he comes and pours the fried rice in the bowl of the soup. I mean, the bowl you have finished, and he comes and pours it in that. Do you think you are going to like it? No. So then why are you making concessions to yourself? Don't make concessions. Don't ever make concessions. So this is exactly what is needed. For divinity, for your spiritual growth, please do not make any concessions. The deity that is temporarily established can optionally be called forth and sent away. But these two rituals should always be performed when the deity is traced upon the ground. Bathing should be done with water, except if the deity is made of clay, paint or wood, and in which case a thorough cleansing without water is enjoined. Okay, now let us say you have the deity in front of you. You have the god, the image, stuff, whatever that you wish to. Is there in front of you. Now the deity is having something from the previous day. Some flowers, some leaves, something like that is lying over there. Do you think you want to add more to it by starting your new ritual? No. So let us say in your case, okay, you are wearing a t-shirt. Now this t-shirt was worn yesterday. Would you like to wear a fresh t-shirt on top of this one? No. You need to take a bath, you need to put your clothes for washing, and then you need to put fresh pair of clothes, isn't it? So please, when you are praying to a deity, don't put flowers and then another flowers and then another flowers and then another flowers. This is not a done thing. You don't do it do to yourself. Why do you want to do it to the deity also? So don't do that. You need to bathe the deity. That means clean it. If it is made of metal or some other substance, then you can clean it with water. But if it is made of, say, mud, you put water on top of that, it is going to go disappear, isn't it? These Ganesha murtis that we get during Ganesha festival, suppose you want to bathe it nicely with water and all, what is going to happen? It's made of mud. Okay, all the color will go, the mud will... So be here. What is Krishna saying? Common sense. You need to use your common sense. Okay? So please use your common sense. Alright? So cleansing it is extremely important. Then, one should worship me in deity form by offering the most excellent paraphernalia. But a devotee completely freed from the material desires may worship me with whatever he is able to obtain, and may even worship me within the heart with mental paraphernalia. Now, this is something which we see in the temples. Outside the temple, you will find that there are lots of people selling garlands and stuff which is meant for worship. They will buy the cheapest of the garland over there. They will buy the cheapest of the stuff over there, including the pedas, that sweets and stuff like that. Now you are going to church. You will go and ask them, how much is this candle for? Sir, this one candle is for 500 rupees. 500 rupees, I cannot afford so much. You have anything lesser than that? This one is for 100 rupees. Anything lesser than that? This one is for 50 rupees. Anything lesser than that? Sir, do you want one which is for 1 rupee? Yeah, that will do. Anyway, we just have to go and burn the candle over there. Everybody burns the candle. I will also go and burn the candle. Now please understand, you have gone to church or to temple to pray. You are buying a 1 rupee garland or a 10 rupee garland or a 1 rupee candle or a 10 rupee candle for what purpose? If somebody comes to your house and gives you a cheap gift, will you like it? Now imagine, just imagine, I am coming to your house, okay? And instead of getting your nice bouquet, I get you, while I was passing by, I saw somebody's garden and I plucked one flower from there and I came and I gave it to you and I say, your neighbor's garden looked very nice. So I picked up one flower from it and I brought it especially for you. You want to take one big shoe of yours and bang that person on the head. Don't. How can you be so stupid? You think I am worth one stupid flower of yours? Isn't that truth? You don't like it when somebody gives you something which is insignificant. Suppose you have a birthday and somebody gives you a $1 t-shirt or a $5 t-shirt. You think you are going to like it? For your birthday, you want to buy a $200 nice dress, and when you have to gift somebody, the person that you love, you're giving a $5 t-shirt or a $1 t-shirt? I want you to think very carefully. Krishna is saying over here something very important. Offering the most excellent paraphernalia. not something which is cheap, something which is worthless. Don't go to a temple or a church or any place with cheap stuff. Don't go and say that. When you can spend a pot of money on yourself to eat nice food in a restaurant or to get some good food, nice gift, why do you want to give one of the worst gifts of all to God? So please, next time, or otherwise don't take. Don't even go there. Alright? I think you understand what I am saying. So, it has to be of an most excellent paraphernalia. Then, it should be freed from material desire. You know what I will do? I will take the roses to the person who is, just imagine there is somebody in the hospital. Okay, somebody is there in the hospital and you have taken a lot of fruits. Okay, first and foremost, you find out from the doctor, this person is diabetic. Okay, this person is diabetic, and then you take 1 dozen mangoes, 12 mangoes you take, and you know damn well this person is anyway not going to eat it. So you take those mangoes and you say, I brought these very nice mangoes for you. That person will say, so kind of you, thank you very much. Please keep it over here. And when you are going, please take them back with you. Now naturally you have selected very good mangoes so that you can eat it yourself. Or you have given a very nice, just imagine a girlfriend is giving a very nice bunch of roses to the boyfriend. The boyfriend is not going to stick the rose like Nehruji and go all over the town, no? So what does he do? He takes the roses and he gives it back to the girl. So the girl says, I should have bought better ones, if I just knew that this fellow was giving it back to me. That is a bloody cheap attitude. We have a very, very cheap attitude. Oh, I am making a nice food for God so that I can eat it. Think about it. You are creating nice food, good gifts and stuff like that so that you can consume it. This is called a very, very cheap approach. And this is what he says, it should be completely free from material desires. When you are giving something, don't think that the thing is going to come back to you. Please. But give something which is really good. Alright? Now there are lots of women in India who offer saris. The sari is an Indian garment to gods. They will go and buy the cheapest sari. Why? Because that priest over there, he will take the sari, he will never give it back. So, when the priest in that temple is going to return the sari back to you, you go and buy the best Kanjivaram sari which is for 25,000 rupees, because any which way you are going to wear it. This is called a very, very selfish attitude. You are not presenting it to God, you are presenting it to your own self. This is not the way how things are done. Worship has to be single-pointed worship. It has to be in a particular format. It has to be made in the best, excellent paraphernalia, and it should be free from all material desires. No desires whatsoever. Whatever he is able to obtain, whatever you can afford. Krishna is very clear. Can you afford 10,000 rupees for God? Then please give. People have this great habit of saying, I cannot afford so much. Why? Because according to them, you have to give it to somebody, so how can you afford so much? But when you have to give it to yourself, you can afford everything. When you are giving it to the deity, please remember, who is the deity? The deity is the effulgent form. It could be in the form of a human being also. A twice born human being is the Guru. Correct or no? Okay. Alright. Guru, take this pen. I got this pen free when I gone for one conference, Okay, take this. This is for you. Or in the hotel there was some very nice pen. I picked it up so that you like to collect pens, no? Huh? You like to collect pens, from all over. So there I went to, San Francisco. I was in this hotel. In London I visited this hotel. I brought one soap from you from there. Can you imagine you're gifting your guru with some hotel trinket? I mean, just imagine how stupid can that be? Imagine that's what you're going to do to the deity over there. Don't do that, please. Next time when you're going to the church or the temple, don't say, no, I got this free from there. And the roses, they were free lying over there. So just pick them up and I'm giving it to God over there. Chalo, theek hai. See, do you understand what I'm saying? If you have offered it to someone, don't offer it back to God. All right? Please, that much of what I'm saying. So, you should obtain it. Obtain means, what can you afford? What can you afford? Give that which you can afford. And worship me within the heart also. Now, there are many people who will say, I don't like to worship outside. Many people don't like to go to church or temple or worship the idols. Some people don't want to. And that is okay by Krishna also. What is Krishna saying? I don't mind. Even if you don't worship me in some temple, church or whatever, I really don't mind. Please worship me within your heart with mental paraphernalia. What is mental paraphernalia? Something that is good. Can your mind create a very, very healthy stuff? Don't worship me like, come on man, what is that? I don't have to worship, I don't have to put any flowers. Okay. In my mental state also, I don't want to give very good roses. I would rather give him a small peony or some such kind of a tiny flower that is available. Yeah, Krishna, this is one flower for you. You are inside my mind, no? So here, take it. Don't do that. Right? In worshipping the temple deity, my dear Uddhava, bathing and decoration are the most pleasant offerings. Again, bathing. Okay. For the deity traced on sacred ground, the process of Tattva Vinayasa is most dear. Oblations of sesame and barley soaked in ghee are preferred offering to the sacrificial deity, whereas worship consisting of upasthana and aghra is preferred for the sun. One should worship me in the form of water by offering water itself. Actually, whatever is offered to me with faith by my devotee, even if only a little water, is most dear to me. Now, this is an interesting verse. You need to understand this very, very interestingly. You have a dog. Okay? Now, the dog loves the bone. Right? So, you say to the dog, see, today I don't have a bone. I'm going to give you a jaggery, piece of jaggery. Why? Because it is lying extra in my hand. So I will give it to you. Here, take it. Can you offer jaggery to a dog? Sweets are not allowed, you know that, to the dogs. They lose their fur. If you give them sugar or something sweet, the dog loses his fur. So you are not supposed to. If you have a parrot at home and instead of giving him one chili, chili or some such kind of thing, or guava, you say, today you should not eat chili. Okay, today I will give you ginger. Instead of chili, I will give you ginger. Very nice it is, tasty stuff. What do you mean? Because you have ginger, you want to give ginger to that. That fellow, that parrot loves only chilies. Okay, or guava or some such kind of a fruit. And you are giving him something else. It's not a done thing. So I hope you understand this verse very, very importantly. In fire, if you are offering water inside the fire, what will happen? Now there is a fire and you are praying to God in the fire. And you say, Om Namah Shivaya, ding. And you put one bucket of water on top of the fire. What is going to happen? The fire will burn out. It will get doused, isn't it? So use your brains. So when you want to make it grow still bigger, what do? You put some oil in it. Huh? Isn't that so? So exactly what Krishna is saying. Use your brains. Use the God-given brains. Even if it is 25 paisa worth of brains, please use it. Okay? 25 cents worth of brain in your upper story. Please use that much. Don't put water in fire. Alright? In the same way, don't give something to the God which is contrary to what he is supposed to get. Just imagine, there is a person who is coming for lunch and you know this fellow doesn't like, eggplant. Eggplant aubergines, bangan, and you deliberately make it because you like it. This fellow should not eat food in my house, so I'm going to make eggplant recipes and put it in front of him. That's being very mean. So, in the same way, to this deity, please don't offer him something which he's not going to eat. Just imagine, the God loves wine, okay, nice wine from France. And you say, God, here, I'm offering you Rue Afza. You can't do that, okay? Got the point? Please don't offer him something which he doesn't want. So offer the God something that is really worth it. Use your brains and offer the God. The God is a deity. Now he has given all these examples. Why he has given all these examples? Because everybody is allowed their form of worship. Okay, you are allowed your form of worship. There is no restriction over here. No, you don't have to stand in a queue and all that kind of stuff. No need. Krishna has given you all concessions. You want to just sit in your, not on your toilet seat. No, in your bathroom. No. Outside. Maybe you are sitting in the hall or dining room or whichever place and you are praying to the Lord within. Okay? Please talk some good stuff to him. Alright? You may be talking to him inside your heart. Don't call him names and don't say anything bad. Okay? Offer him something which he may like. Got it? So this is exactly what it is. Even if it is water. You are praying to water. People pray to water also. They stand near the ocean and they pray to water. You have seen the Red Indians, they are praying to all kinds of elements. In the same way, there are different kinds of people in different parts of the world who pray to different elements. So when you pray to whichever deity that you want to, please offer the deity with something which is worth it. This is what he means. Alright? Not something which is worthless. Okay? Not free pen. Right? Even very opulent presentations do not satisfy me if they are offered by non-devotees. But I am pleased by any insignificant offering made by my loving devotee, and I am certainly most pleased when nice presentation of fragrant oil, incense, flowers and palatable food are offered with love. So Krishna is now telling you, if Krishna comes to your house, please offer him all these things, fragrant oils. What kind of oils? Fragrant oils, not axe oils. Alright? Otherwise tomorrow you will keep one bottle of axe and say, here, this is the fragrant oil. Every time when you meet me you get a headache, so take this axe oil. Fragrant oils are, have you been to spas, S-P-A? Okay, not Z, S-P-A. Okay, spas. Now in spa, have you got that lavender oil, this oil, that oil, all the nice smells that you get? That kind of smell, good smell, okay? Otherwise, don't buy a cheap agarbatti. The agarbatti that you get, 10 rupees you get 10 sticks. No, don't buy that 10 rupee 10 sticks. Okay, at least buy 100 rupee 10 sticks. Please. Next time, when you are putting a nice incense stick, at least spend that little amount of money for putting, to God, nice stick. Then, what he says, whatever that you are giving, incense is what I said, flowers. My grandmother used to always say, next time you bring me that garland made out of lilies, I'm going to throw it out of the window. Then I used, as a kid, when she used to give me some money and say, go to the market and buy some garlands and come. Okay. And the garlands invariably will come. Now remember, I was staying in Bandra at that time. Bandra is a predominantly Christian area. In Mumbai, Bandra is a predominantly Christian area. And in that area, most of the flowers that are sold are lilies. And my grandmother used to be very angry when I bought that lily garland. You put it on my dead body, she'll say. You see, lilies are put on dead bodies. So she will always tell me, you bought this to put on my dead body or what? No, get me fragrant flowers. Okay, I don't want this kind of flowers. Can you get me the chameli and champa and all those kind of stuff? Something good. Go get it for me. So what Krishna says, next time when you give me flowers, be very careful. Don't give me some flowers which are meant for some other purpose. Okay? Otherwise you say, Guru, I am giving you a Venus flytrap. You know what a Venus flytrap is? It's a non-vegetarian flower. It catches insects. I bought it from the South American jungles. Very nice. Or that stinky flower which you get, the big one. Okay, I'm presenting you with that. This is the only flower in the world. You can't do that, okay? So next time when suppose you are getting one flower from me, please be careful. Yeah, Krishna is saying the same thing, And palatable food. I'm sorry, today I made a khichdi without any salt in it. See, you got the point? Don't make a rice without any salt in it. That is what he means. So when you are giving something, give it palatable. Palatable means at least the God should feel happy while eating it. Just think about it. Don't give something which is, I don't like it, so you take it. You understand? If you are offering milk, okay, don't give, that milk which is, yesterday's milk lying in the fridge, you please remove it out, for God has come, I want to give yesterday's milk. What he means is, at least something which is palatable, something which is worthwhile, that you should offer. And please offer it with love. Don't say that, I'm giving it just for the heck of giving. This is an important verse. Please do not poo-poo it and say that, I can scrounge in, flowers or incense sticks or this or that. It's the same thing. Right? When you want your gifts to be beautiful, why is it that when you visit your Guru, or when you visit a temple, or when you visit a church, why do you want those kind of gifts to be cheap? Any which way that God is not going to eat that stuff. You know that, no? It's only a statue. Statues don't eat anything. You know that, no? Yes, there are some statues which drink milk. I don't know how they drink milk. But this statue doesn't drink. This statue doesn't eat. This statue doesn't do anything. So you are giving it, you will get it back. Again, if you are offering something to the Guru also, you think he is going to keep? No. He is going to give it back to you only. He is going to say, take it for you. Why? Because he is not there to see what you are giving. He is just seeing your love in it. So give it with love. After cleansing himself and collecting all the paraphernalia, the worshipper must arrange his own seat with blades of kusa grass, whose tips point eastwards. He should then sit facing either east or north, or else, if the deity is fixed in one place, he should sit directly facing the deity. It's a very important verse. So I have to explain it to you. So let me give you an understanding. You are going for an interview. Okay? Just imagine, now I am facing the camera. Suppose I am going to face like this, and I am going to say, today when you are going to do these prayers, you are going to do like this. Do you think you are going to like it? If I am not looking at you, what are you going to do? You are not going to like it, right? So suppose you go for an interview, and the interviewer is not even looking at you and talking in the air. Okay, so tell me something about yourself. And he is lost in his phone. Just imagine, he is doing like this in his phone, and he is asking you a question. Okay, tell me something about yourself. You think you are going to like it? You know very well that fellow is not even paying attention to you. So most important thing is pay attention. Give 100% to that person. The deity also you please pay attention to. When you meet your friend, you don't go and ask him some stupid questions, no? No? You don't go and ask him some stupid question. I am happy your wife left you and went. Ah, what are you talking about? You are not supposed to say stupid stuff. You are supposed to say, I am so sorry to hear about your problems in life. So use your brain. Again, Krishna is telling you, please use your brains. Got it? So don't say, no, I don't know anything. Somebody has lost someone in life. So, how is your boyfriend? That fellow is dead already, okay, or maybe he has disappeared. You can't go and ask that person to that kind of a question. So you got to be a little sensitive, right? So, you have to ask things, you have to say things which are significant, not stupid stuff. Did you get the point? So, there is a way of sitting. There is a way of talking. Every time when somebody talks to me, I tell them, look at me. Not because I want that person to be, yes Guruji, yes Guruji, yes Guruji. What is this yes Guruji? So I say, look at me. I'm not going to eat you. So when you look at me, what happens? I'm looking in your eyes. I can see. And there are lots of people who do like this with their eyes. Those people are lying. Those people are not telling you the truth. Or maybe something has gone in their eye. One of the things has happened. So, pay attention. Proper attention. When you sit, now imagine, now I am going to show you one demonstration over here. If I keep on doing like this, your eyes are going to have a problem very soon. Right or wrong? Just imagine if my video is not firm and straight and I'm just like that, what is going to happen? So please, you need to sit properly. Right? So what he is saying, Krishna is saying, even when you are doing prayers, sit properly. Okay? Then what you do? Pay attention. See, this is the things which he is saying. All this is saying over here is sit on a, with the seat with the blade of kusa. Now, don't go around in the jungle saying, where are you kusa grass, where are you kusa grass, where are you kusa grass. And don't go to commercial street and ask that person over there, do you have any seat made of kusa grass? That fellow will say, what kusa? I don't know. Hakuna Matata, like that, something like that. Nobody knows what it means. But the thing is, kusa grass is not available, okay? You may not even know what it looks like. What he means is a comfortable seat. Yoga mat? Yeah, yoga mat I know, it's available. So get a yoga mat. If you can't get a yoga mat, what else you can get? Can you get a cushion? Yes. Can you get something comfortable to sit on? Yes. In the same way, get a comfortable stuff. Okay? Not too much comfortable that you have a backrest and you have like that you can go to sleep. You see in the aircraft you get those, neck pillows. Yes, I'm going to sit for my satsang with a neck pillow on, low. Just imagine. And maybe an eye patch like this, You don't come to know whether you're asleep or you're awake. It's important that you're awake, okay? So no eye patches for you. No switching off your videos. Please keep the videos on so that at least I know you're not sleeping in my satsang. Okay? This is exactly what he means. So Krishna is saying, sit comfortably. And then, pay attention. Everything has to point eastwards. Now eastwards. Why eastwards? Just imagine, if you are going to have a toilet next to your, your kitchen, you are going to like it. All the dirty smell from the toilet is going to come, isn't it? You are not going to like it. Even if you go to a restaurant, are you going to sit near the washroom? You are going to tell that fellow, you put me far away, I don't want to sit near the washroom because he stinks. Isn't that the truth? So, in life also, there are certain ways and methods of sitting. So, you sit in a particular place and pointing in a certain direction. Why is the directions important? Why are the directions important? Sir, the directions are important because you have to face the screen, no, when you are watching a movie. Or can you face the projector behind you? No, why don't you face the projector and watch the movie? You can't watch a movie without facing the screen. So exactly the same way, you have to face in a particular way, eastwards or northwards. Got it? The reasons are stupid, but please understand this stupidity is extremely important. What is the reason? I'm going to have some great Maharathis coming to me and asking me, Guru, you only told me not to worship all these things. Why are you telling me now all these questions and answers? For those people who are going to ask me that question later on, please let me answer it for you. And this is a very serious thing, okay, from my point of view. Suppose I die tomorrow. How are you going to remember your Guru? The fellow who used to torture you at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, how are you going to remember him? You are going to remember him as that fellow used to do a lot of jokes. You can't have a cartoon made of me over there, no? Okay, let us make a nice cartoon of his and put it over there. And then let everybody say, this is my Guru. I am not, R2D2 or something like that. Well, you are going to make an R2D2 of me or maybe... No. You want to see something which is worth it. So even if your image is there. Now suppose something happens to your image, okay? And just imagine, I'm going to put a cartoon image of some person over there and say, oh, this fellow died, yesterday. They'll take one chappal and beat me if I do that, right? Especially of a politician. You can't put a wig over there, orange color wig, and say, oh, this was my president. You can't do that, right? You need a proper picture over there. And you need something which is worthwhile, correct? So please be careful what you do and how you do. Alright, so everything has to be properly put. The deity has to be fixed in one place. You can't have a deity shifting from this place to that place to that place to that place. We have a lot of people who will say, today I will put him over here because why? This is a very important place. Tomorrow, no. Here I think I'll have my siesta. So maybe I'll put him in another room. And then the next day, some guests have come in that room. So we'll remove him from there and put him in some other room. Just imagine somebody does that to you. What is going to happen? You go to a hotel and you say, sir, you are booked in room 501. And in the evening, the fellow says, sir, you have to empty this room, because now we have transferred you to 705. Okay, and next day he will say, sir, 705 is now booked for somebody else. We have to go on the first floor now, 101 room. What? You are going to get irritated. After your first change of room, your second change of room, you're going to get irritated. So please don't change your gods from this place to that place to that place to that place. Right? You got what I'm saying? So exactly what he's saying. Fix the deity in one place. And you should directly sit facing the deity. Don't sit. The deity is here and you're sitting on that side. Don't go and do that. You have to watch the television properly, no? So you sit in front of the TV, not in the kitchen and you're seeing like this, you're bending down and seeing, okay, what is going on in the television? You don't do that. You have to sit in front on the couch over there and watch. It's exactly like that. So if there is a deity in front of you, sit properly in front of the deity and do, okay? So this is what it means. So we have come till verse 19. So we will stop over here and next week we shall continue from verse 20 onwards. Alright. So I think these are basic rules. I think we have cleared the basic rules. So next time when you want to pray to your deity or you want to give a gift, don't bring like this, okay? Okay, so you have a very good day or a good evening and take care of yourself, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.